Did you know that a simple rodent encounter can lead to a life-threatening disease? The hantavirus, though rare, is a deadly virus that primarily spreads through rodents, and understanding its transmission, symptoms, and progression is crucial to staying safe. In this post, we'll dive into the key characteristics of hantavirus and how you can protect yourself. Don't forget to subscribe and share this valuable information to help others stay informed. Hantavirus is mainly transmitted by rodents, especially those found in rural areas, such as rats and mice. The infection occurs when a person inhales particles from rodent urine, feces, or saliva, or has direct contact with these excretions. Since rodents often live in close proximity to human populations, understanding this transmission route can significantly reduce the risk of exposure. If you live or work in areas where rodents are common, it's crucial to take extra precautions to avoid infection. Symptoms of hantavirus begin similarly to the flu, with fever, fatigue, muscle aches, and headaches. However, as the disease progresses, respiratory symptoms become severe, leading to shortness of breath, cough, and an overwhelming sensation of air deprivation. If not treated promptly, the disease can escalate into acute respiratory failure and shock, potentially leading to death in 30% to 50% of cases. Early recognition and treatment are key to survival, so it's important to seek medical attention as soon as symptoms appear. Stay informed, subscribe to our updates, and share this message to help raise awareness. Imagine walking through a serene forest or spending time in a rural area, places where you might not expect any danger lurking around. But what if I told you that these very environments could be home to something as deadly as the hantavirus? In today's video, we'll uncover the regions most affected by this virus and explore why it's critical to know where the risk is higher. Stick with us till the end, as we reveal how you can stay safe in these areas. Make sure to subscribe and share. This information could save lives. The hantavirus is most commonly found in areas with high concentrations of rodents. These include rural areas, forests, and places with a lot of garbage or overgrown vegetation. Rodents thrive in these environments, and when humans come into contact with their droppings, urine, or saliva, they risk being exposed to the virus. These regions are often overlooked as places of danger, but understanding this risk is essential, especially if you live or work in areas where rodent populations are abundant. What makes this even more concerning is that outbreaks of hantavirus can occur in places where rodent density is especially high. But don't panic. Fortunately, these outbreaks are quite rare. The virus doesn't spread easily from person to person, and the number of cases worldwide remains relatively low. However, as we'll discuss, the risks are still real, and awareness is the first step toward protecting yourself and your loved ones. Knowing where the virus is more likely to be found can significantly reduce your chances of exposure. While the chance of encountering an outbreak might seem small, it's important to recognize the environments that pose a higher risk. If you're planning to travel or spend time in rural or forested areas, taking simple precautions like avoiding contact with rodent droppings and wearing protective gear can go a long way. In places where rodents are abundant, try to avoid hiking or camping in areas with visible signs of rodent activity. If you work in these environments, take extra measures to ensure you minimize exposure to the virus. So, now you know the regions most affected by hantavirus and why it's crucial to stay cautious. Whether you're out in nature or living in rural areas, understanding where the virus thrives will help you make better decisions about your safety. For more tips on how to protect yourself and stay updated on the latest health information, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with others who might need it. Stay safe, stay informed, and take action before it's too late. When it comes to preventing hantavirus, the most effective approach is to avoid contact with rodents and their waste. Rodents, such as rats and mice, are the primary carriers of the virus, and coming into direct contact with their urine, feces, or saliva can lead to infection. In areas where rodents are common, it's essential to take precautions, such as securing food in airtight containers, sealing cracks in walls, and ensuring that your living or working space is free from potential rodent nesting areas. Awareness of the environment you are in can make a significant difference in preventing exposure. For those who need to enter areas where rodents are present or may have contaminated the space, wearing protective equipment is crucial. This includes wearing masks, gloves, and other protective gear to avoid inhaling potentially contaminated dust or coming into direct contact with rodent droppings and urine. This is especially important in rural or forested areas where rodent populations are abundant. Using such protective measures minimizes the risk of the virus entering your system, making it a key strategy for anyone working in high-risk environments. If there is any suspicion of rodent contamination in your home or workplace, it's important to disinfect the area properly. Use a combination of water and disinfectant to clean surfaces that may have been exposed to rodent excrement. By doing so, you can effectively eliminate the virus from surfaces and reduce the risk of contamination. Regular cleaning and disinfection are necessary to ensure that potential exposure points are safely dealt with, especially if you live or work in an area where rodents are commonly found. The treatment for Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, HPS, is primarily supportive, focusing on ensuring the patient maintains adequate breathing and managing respiratory failure. As the disease progresses, it can lead to severe breathing difficulties, requiring intensive medical intervention. In many cases, patients may need to be placed on supplemental oxygen to assist with their breathing. This approach helps stabilize the patient and supports vital functions during the critical phase of the illness. In more severe cases, where the patient's breathing cannot be adequately supported with oxygen therapy alone, mechanical ventilation may be necessary. This involves using a ventilator to assist or fully take over the patient's breathing. Mechanical ventilation is a life-saving measure, especially in situations where the lungs are no longer able to provide sufficient oxygen to the body on their own. It's crucial that treatment starts as soon as symptoms appear to improve the chances of recovery. While the main focus remains on supportive care, the use of antiviral medications is being explored as a possible treatment option. Currently, there are no FDA-approved antiviral drugs specifically for treating HPS, but research is ongoing. Scientists are investigating various antiviral agents that could potentially target the virus more directly, reducing its impact on the respiratory system. However, more clinical trials and studies are needed before any definitive antiviral treatment becomes available. Until a specific antiviral treatment is proven effective, early intervention and appropriate supportive care remain the cornerstone of managing Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Patients who are diagnosed and treated early have a better chance of recovery. It's important for individuals in high-risk areas to be aware of the symptoms and seek medical attention immediately if they suspect they have been exposed to the virus. In urban areas, preventing the spread of hantavirus begins with rodent control. Since rodents are the primary carriers of the virus, eliminating them from the environment is crucial. Effective rodent control strategies include sealing entry points in buildings, setting traps, and using rodenticide when necessary. Additionally, reducing potential nesting sites is essential. This can be achieved by maintaining clean surroundings, ensuring that trash is stored in secure containers, and avoiding clutter where rodents can hide. By taking these preventive measures, cities can significantly lower the risk of rodent populations thriving in and around human settlements. Another key factor in urban hantavirus prevention is proper waste management. Improperly stored garbage can become a breeding ground for rodents, making it easier for them to come into contact with people and spread the virus. Cities should implement better waste disposal practices, such as ensuring that garbage bins are tightly sealed and that waste is regularly removed. Public spaces, parks, and streets should also be kept clean to prevent attracting rodents looking for food and shelter. Maintaining a rodent-free environment is crucial to reducing the risk of hantavirus transmission in cities. Public awareness plays a vital role in the prevention of hantavirus in urban environments. Residents need to be educated about the risks and the ways to protect themselves. This includes information on how to avoid direct contact with rodents, the importance of proper sanitation, and the signs of hantavirus infection. City health departments can organize campaigns to raise awareness, particularly in neighborhoods known to have higher rodent populations. The more the public understands the dangers of the virus, the better equipped they will be to prevent exposure. Finally, local authorities and urban planners need to integrate hantavirus prevention into broader public health strategies. In areas where rodents are prevalent, it's essential to have effective pest control policies in place. Urban development should also consider factors that may attract rodents, such as proximity to dumps or areas of poor sanitation. By incorporating rodent control into urban planning and promoting widespread awareness, cities can take proactive steps to reduce the risk of hantavirus outbreaks and protect public health. In conclusion, hantavirus remains a critical concern, especially in rural areas and regions with frequent rodent contact. Although outbreaks are rare, the potential consequences of contracting the virus can be severe, with symptoms that escalate rapidly into life-threatening respiratory issues. It's essential to stay aware of the risks, particularly when spending time in environments where rodents are prevalent. Early detection and prompt treatment are key to reducing the risk of severe illness, so understanding these risks is crucial for your health and safety. Prevention of hantavirus is simple, but requires vigilance. Controlling rodent populations, maintaining proper hygiene, and avoiding exposure to contaminated areas can significantly reduce your risk. It's important to stay proactive in these preventive measures to protect yourself and those around you. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more health updates and share this video with others to help spread awareness. Staying informed is the first step towards staying safe. Let's protect our communities together.